Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and welcome to our first look at the 2022 Senate election in Alabama. We're going to go alphabetically. We are going to skip over Ohio because we've already discussed that when Rob Portman decided that he was not going to run for another term. And that's actually the case in Alabama as well, which is going to be an open seat election. Um, and this is actually Richard Shelby, who declined to seek a seventh term. Um, we don't know who the Republican is going to wind up being. However, Mo Brooks is a very likely candidate to escape out of the primary. And there's a bunch of other names thrown in. If we look at some of the potential Democrats, it's really slim pickings. If we're 100% honest, it's Terry Sewell and a few others who are, yeah, exactly. The chair of the Alabama Democratic Party, Christopher England, and Anthony Daniels, who is the minority leader of the Alabama House of Representatives. That said, the Republican candidate list is much more expansive, which is a very bad thing for Democrats, considering that um, the state is overwhelmingly a Republican state. Now, to talk about the geography, we've got Jefferson County here, which is home to Birmingham, uh, which is it's not the largest urban area. Well, it is the largest urban area in Alabama. It's not the only one, but it's sometimes difficult to say that Mobile is a super urbanized area, just like it's difficult to say that Huntsville is super urbanized. You'd even make the argument about that with Birmingham, but anyway, the other Democratic counties in Alabama, if we scroll and go through here, you'd think, what, is there just a string of cities along here or something? And yes and no. These are actually very rural counties, and the majority of them are heavily African American. And there are a lot of reasons for that. Most southern states have a black belt that occupies a certain major section of that state. South Carolina has one, Georgia has one, Mississippi has one, uh, Florida sorta has one from Tallahassee to Jacksonville. Uh, Louisiana has one. North Carolina definitely has one. Uh, you don't get them in a few other southern states, such as Tennessee. Along the Mississippi River in Arkansas, you do get one, but and you do to an extent get something similar to that in Virginia. But Alabama is where it is most pronounced, for sure. This is obviously a safe Republican seat unless something really unexpected happens to the Republican candidate, uh, or unexpected in the race, or it's just a complete wipeout for the Republican Party nationally. And the reason I say that is in 2017, it took the Republican candidate Roy Moore being exposed as a pedophile for a Democrat to win, and it was not a it was a close election. Surprisingly, um, it was a close election, and that was Doug Jones who won that, and he lost in the most recent Senate election in Alabama in last November to Auburn football coach Tommy Tuberville, who Yeah, well, I don't think we'll discuss him too much, but let's be honest here. I think he was more cut out for football than he was for Congress, so that's just what I'm saying. Um, but at the end of the day, if Jeff Sessions had won the primary against Tuberville, yeah, Doug Jones would have still lost. The only way Doug Jones was going to win that seat is if Roy Moore won again the primary. Uh, and that, no, that wasn't going to happen. Alabama Republicans learned the first time. And I don't even think Roy Moore is being discussed as a potential candidate. Uh, at the end of the day, I really don't see the Democrats flipping this seat, even though it is an open election. In some open elections, it would certainly be flippable, but not here, not in Alabama, not in a year that in theory should be favorable to the Republican Party. And as we go through, we'll talk about why I believe that is. But that's going to be for another time and another day. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. A like, a comment, and a subscription would be greatly appreciated, as well as a subscription to my Patreon. Some useful links will be down in the description. And tomorrow I'll be live streaming sometime in the evening. And when that happens, that happens. Take it easy. Have a very nice evening. Bye-bye.